but I had absolutely no idea that this was a collab until I actually saw the box. Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. As you can see from the title, we are back again with yet another review. And in today's review, we will be taking a look at my most recent New Balance pickup. Now, it's been a while since we've had any New Balance on this channel, so very excited to be doing this review for you guys today. But I don't want to make this intro any longer than it needs to be, so sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and dive straight into this video. So as is customary, before we take a look at the shoes, just like we always... So as is customary on my channel, before we take a look at the shoes, let's just take a quick look at the packaging. And I will be honest, I'm going to admit something that I didn't think I would be saying, but I had absolutely no idea that this was a collab until I actually saw the box. Now the box itself is definitely the biggest giveaway. This is not your typical 2002R box. So as soon as I saw it, of course I had to do a little bit of research, which we will get onto in the review itself. Now the box itself, because it is a collab, is a very nice clean look. So we have this really nice sail or cream colour with that red New Balance branding across the front. If we then take a look at this side of the box, we do have some New Balance branding, but then on this side we do have Thisisneverthat, which is the brand that is collaborating with New Balance for this release. Now this isn't the first time the two have collaborated, which again we will get onto, but if you do want to check out the size label, because I do believe this shoe is actually yet to release in America just yet, or other places around the world. So if you're picking these up early, that's what the size label should look like, so get a good look at it. And then if we do just take a quick look at some of the details on the inside of the box. Now, this is a pop-top lid as well, I should point out. And then on the inside of the box lid, we do have some more text that reads, "Thisisneverthat." Once again, very, very nice. On the inside, we then have Thisisneverthat on the tissue paper in this really nice green look. And then underneath that, here we have the kicks. So with everything said and done, let's go ahead and take a look at the shoes. So the moment we've all been waiting for, in hand we have the New Balance 2002R, Thisisneverthat. Like I said when we was unboxing the shoe, I will be honest, I had no idea that this was a collaboration. I saw these pop up on the Foot Patrol website, I saw the price point of $155, and I was genuinely intrigued just off the price point alone. The colourway was super clean, definitely popped out to me, but I wanted to see what the difference was from these at $155 to my other New Balance pickups that generally come in at about $100 to £110. I just expected there to be better materials on there. I didn't expect it to be a collaboration, but just from the box alone, it definitely has a really special feel. Now, I did do a little bit of investigating before I actually sat down to do this review, and I did see that this is actually a follow-up to a couple of previous colorways, and this isn't the first time Thisisneverthat and New Balance have actually collaborated. To be honest, maybe I'm a little bit too close to the picture to see the frame, but for me, I feel like this is the best colorway to date, and I also do believe that this hasn't actually released everywhere across the world just yet, so could technically be considered an early review, which we love to do on this channel. So if you are tuning into this video to decide if this is a shoe that you should be picking up or at least looking at, in this review I'll tell you everything that you need to know, from materials through to sizing, to hopefully help you decide by the end of this video if this is actually a worthwhile pickup. So just diving straight into this one, starting out with the upper to begin with. And when it comes to the upper for this one, we have a very nice mix of leather, suede, as well as some premium mesh materials in there as well. Now the vast majority of the upper is dominated in a mostly grey colour with those midnight navy hues. So if we start from the front of the shoe to begin with, on the toe box or the base of the shoe, we do have that pretty decent, pretty thick mesh material. On either side of the toe box, we then have these midnight navy leather overlays, which definitely do feel really soft to the touch. And then at the tip of the toe, we do have some 3M detailing as well, as is pretty standard when it does come to the New Balance 2002R. Around the toe box on the mudguard, we then have this very soft to the touch, really nice grey suede, and the same grey suede can also be seen in other areas of the shoe as well. From there, as we then work our way into the midfoot overlays, we then see a really nice combination of both leather and suede, and in the middle of the midfoot, we do have this really nice embroidered New Balance branding. Now, the vast majority of the branding itself is actually done using a suede material, but this embroidered stitching around the edges is actually done in a really nice white and grey to kind of add a little bit of like a different look and a really nice contrast. And then as we do continue to work our way even further back the shoe, we do have, for me at least, the biggest selling point, which is this cracked leather effect on the ankle collar itself. Now, when I first saw this on the Foot Patrol website, I will be honest, I wasn't sure what I was expecting, and kind of like that cracked leather is something that we're starting to see with a lot more releases, predominantly with a lot of Jordan releases. So as soon as I saw it on here, I had to check it out for myself. Now, I'm not sure how it's going to look with general wear and tear. I'm not sure it's going to flake off and reveal something different underneath. I kind of hope that it does, but I'm not sure on that. It does feel pretty solid, and it just is a really nice design of the shoe, or a really nice design element, I should say, but it was definitely one of the things that really drew me into the shoe itself, and you can see that same cracked leather effect on the heel as well as on the tongue of the shoe as well, so definitely ties itself in together really nicely. And then as we do actually circle our way onto the heel of the shoe itself, we again see that really nice suede wrapping around the heel with that traditional New Balance branding on there as well. But if we then actually just circle our way back into the center of the shoe once again, now just underneath the laces we do have a little leather patch in there as well with the white New Balance branding, and then when it comes to the laces we just get those pretty typical, pretty standard grey flat shoelaces. Nothing really to take a look at, to be honest. It's pretty standard, pretty basic, and you don't get any additional sets of laces with this shoe. So if you want to swap it out, it'll come at your own cost, but for me, I think that this look is probably the best look for the shoe anyway, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. And then as we do work our way onto the inside of the shoe, I will be honest, this is probably the most surprising area of the shoe, is just how nicely padded the sock liner is. Definitely adds a lot of value to me. I think it feels much better than any other 2002R that we've picked up. Definitely feels more premium and kind of ties into that higher price point, so definitely something I'm really happy with this shoe. And then even further inside the shoe, kind of like what we saw with the tissue paper, we do have this really nice green insole, again featuring that Thisisneverthat insole branding, along with the New Balance branding in there as well. Very, very nice indeed. Now as we do work our way back onto the outside of the shoe, we do have that very futuristic looking midsole. When it comes to the 2002R, we have Absorb as well as Absorb SBS in there towards the heel, and all in all, the comfort on the 2002R is absolutely unmatched for me. I definitely would put this up against many other silhouettes, and I feel like this would come out on top 9 times out of 10, so you definitely can't go wrong when it does come to the cushioning system. And then if we do just swap over to the outsole, we have this beautiful, absolutely clean looking outsole. Now this is done in a energy rubber material, which is there for added shock absorption, which is incredibly hard to say on the spot, I will be honest. And I think the overall look from the white to the grey to the midnight navy, tying itself in together beautifully, and the outsole just looks absolutely incredible. Now when it does come to sizing for the 2002R, I personally do have to go a half size up. Now my natural true to size fit, I would say, is a UK size 9. I picked up a 9.5 and they do fit exactly the same as every other one of my New Balance 2002R pickups. To be honest, across the New Balance board, I'm always a 9.5 and I never really see any reason to change it. Always feels the best on feet. So if you are looking for a sizing guide or any sizing tips, half size up would be my suggestion. But if there's any option for you to try before you buy, for obvious reason, that'll be the best bet for you. And then outside of that, we've covered everything that you need to know from materials through to sizing. So if we now just go ahead and wrap up this video. So just to wrap up this video, in terms of my overall opinion on the shoe itself, to give these a rating, I'm going to say that these are a strong 8.5 out of 10. I feel like everything they did with this release was pretty solid. The materials were good, the build and construction was really good, the box design, the little elements that don't necessarily add a lot of value to most people, but for me, as somebody who does collect my boxes and my sneakers, having a really nice defining box in there definitely adds a lot of value. And I do feel like even though this is coming in at a higher price point of £155, you definitely do get value because of how good those materials are. So I'm personally really happy with the pickup. My missus honestly doesn't see any difference from a different colourway which we had in the collection already, which I've actually showcased on this channel quite a few times. So there isn't much difference, but I do feel like those midnight navy hits definitely added enough value for me to want to get them. So definitely glad to add those into these and add it into my New Balance collection. I would love to get your guys' opinion on it as well, so do let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and do let me know what you guys think of the ratings as well. Now, if you have stuck around to this point in the video, just like I say in each and every one of my videos, I just want to say a huge thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video, and I hope to see you all again in the next one.